Okay, it's been a minute, but we are back with some reviews on different things that I use for dogs. I've got an entire container full of different things that I've got over the years with trimming and shedding and anything to do with dogs. And all the different stuff that I have, I've used a plethora of each different category for it. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly what it is, review one of the categories, and then give you a rating on each one. Stick around because I'm gonna explain how you can get all of these products for free from us. Let's see what we're gonna do this week. Right on top is something that I get asked about a lot from different people for training, for anything to get your dog accustomed to trimming its nails. A lot of people are surprisingly afraid to trim your dog's nails. So a lot of these different tools that I have are to help with that and ways to avoid from clicking the Kwik when you go to trim your dog's nails. A really good thing to use. You don't know about this? Ooh, Brian doesn't even know. This is why I'm telling you guys this kind of stuff. So let me open it up and show you. Now, it is a powder that if you cut the dog's nail too short, you dip it in it, it's a quick stop. So it stops the bleeding, it helps to stop it from bleeding everywhere, because you know how it is if you trimmed a lot of dogs' nails, when you accidentally nip it and they start bleeding, you feel horrible. And it ruins the experience, and you don't want your dog to be afraid of that. So if you have some of this by, literally all it is a powder. You take the dog's nails. Lucy is so good about her nails. I need to redo them. Hi, babe. I know. You dip it in, it stops the bleeding. So always make sure that if you are going to get into this, this is a really good thing to have, because accidents happen. You probably will eventually hit the Kwik at some point. So right here, we'll put in the description where to get it. All right, so let's get into this. I'm gonna show you each different one, and then I'm gonna show you my favorite one out of all of them that I use. Now, a lot of times when I have a lot of nails to do on different rescue dogs and stuff, I'll be honest, I will go and get a grinder from like Home Depot, and I will use a Dremel and actually do it, but the Dremels are really loud. They scare dogs really easy, so you have to be able to have dogs that are accustomed to it. So instead of that, we'll start off right here. Boom, Zen Clipper. These are your regular scissors. All right, so I just destroyed the packaging, but these are sort of your regular nail clippers, but for smaller dogs. Now on these, the way that it works is the nail goes into that little hole and then it clips. That's what cuts it. So good for smaller dogs, but like most clippers, they will give you the directions on them, showing you how close to the Kwik you get, stuff like that. And then it even shows you for larger pets, the sizing on it. So pretty happy about that. These are an option, but I'm gonna show you a couple more options right off the bat. Next, this is a very simple one. Let me show you. So this is the WeingoBango, I think is what it's called. It is the same concept of the last ones that I just showed you, but it is a very simple trimmer. Dog's nail goes in there, that pulls up and click, there you go. And comes with the nail file. Now on this as well, they tell you the kind of stuff. Not bad. This is a very simple way about it. Easy to use. I'll talk about that more in a bit. All right, next. All about destroying packaging today. This is a large version of the nail clippers. These are actually really good to have around. They're easy to use. I will talk more about these ones because this is the start to what is an easy to use way about it. I'll show you more in a bit. All right, we are getting fancy real quick. Now, these specific ones, let me show you. There we go. With these ones, these are the exact same thing of what I just showed you in the last ones, but these ones actually have a guide on the back here. There is actually a light system that shows when you're gonna be too close to the Kwik. It'll go red, yellow, green, just like a stoplight. So, can I see your paw? Can I see it? Ooh. So, if you are too close to the Kwik, it'll show red. We may just have to review the fact that it's still red. we'll get back to these ones. I will explain. We gotta keep this moving. Last but not least, by far, one of my favorites. Let me show you. Okay, this is an automatic nail grinder. This is what I use on most of my dogs, so I will get into and explain it, but it has a little diamond tip. That's what you'd use for even cutting tile and so forth, so it doesn't grind down really easy. It lasts a long time. So let's get into the review process because I'm excited to show you guys what I think is best and what's gonna be best for you. But at the end of the day, it's whatever your animal works best with and whatever works best for you. So take my advice or don't, just do what's best for you and your animal. Let's get into the reviews. Now this is just my opinion. You may like ones that work better for you, but that's why you're here. Check them out together. So the very first one, where it is the Zen Clipper scissors. Now, this is my 1-star rating. You have to buy all the different sizes for the different nails. There's not one way to just get all the way up there. So if you're only cutting your dog size nails, it's gonna be a little bit hard to gauge because the gauge comes with the actual product that you're getting. So unless you have it, you wouldn't know what size to get until you did. So you'd pretty much have to buy and then go from there, because extra, extra small to extra, extra large, the dogs that I cut, I need bigger than an XXL. So Zen Clipper gets 1 star. They are pretty quality scissors, but at the end of the day, ease of use and understanding them, even this little rivet right here that's in there, it stops you from moving it, which makes it a little hard to understand if you're not used to this kind of stuff. 1 star. Now, these are the same as these, but one of them is supposed to be automatic. The issues that I've had with this actually being accurate are the main problem that I have with this. I give this from KwikFinder Deluxe 2 stars because you may put it up to the nail and it may not read it, because the only way that it reads it is an actual little piece that goes right behind the clippers. So as you see right there, sometimes it messes up, sometimes it works all the time, but I don't like to take chances on clipping the Kwik just because I'm trusting a piece of technology. I learned from experience, but this one's hard to have that experience and not get upset about it. Plus, it's pretty expensive, so 2 stars. All right, keeping it moving. 3 stars. Reason 3 stars, this is very simple to use. This is pretty straightforward, but with this, not all nails cut really properly with this. You're going straight across, it's the one same cut all the time. You can't cut it a different angle or anything like that. So 3 stars because it is easy to use and it's basic, but at the end of the day, you also have to only be restricted to this size. So if you are trying to trim a big dog's nails, nah, not for you. Because, yeah, it gets in the way. But it does come with a little nice, whatever that's called. 3 stars. Now we are on to the regular clippers. I will say for build and everything, these are 3 stars. I do like that it has the backing plate so that you can't go too far in, but that backing plate is not adjustable. So if you need to go a little bit further, it does stop you so that you only clip a certain amount at a time, but with longer nails, this could take you quite a while. And then even with this, sometimes these blades don't cut it all the way and you can get fraying. So when a nail frays, when you go to cut it, it means that different parts of it start to go out, and that is very uncomfortable for a dog. It can cause a lot of problems. If you have dogs that run on cement a lot, you may notice that your dogs don't need their nails trimmed as much because the cement wears down the nails as they run. So now that my dogs are more in dirt and grass, I have to cut them much more often. But when I lived in the city, barely had to cut their nails at all. So I would just use this, but when they'd fray, yeah, out here, I have no way to wear them down. Which brings me to my favorite choice, which is this or any grinder tool. So this is a nail grinder. It doesn't exactly cut the nail or anything. My honest option that I like to do is take a regular nail trimmer like this, just basic one that you can get anywhere, and then use a grinder after that. But we're reviewing all these, so I'll show you how I do mine after we get into this. This tool right here you know, we're reviewing, I give it 4 stars. There are a few functions on it and stuff that I would like to see a little bit different, but at the end of the day, that's because I use a Dremel when I go to do this stuff. Changeable tops, sanding pads, you can do grinders just the same. Now, the reason that it does better sometimes for people, 1, nice little light on it, but 2, compare this to, it's a big difference on getting your dog accustomed to such a loud noise. So my favorite pick is to find these. If you have to remove the top or whatever you have to do to make it comfortable. Now, Lucy loves having her nails done, so she is my best option for this. One thing to know if you're gonna use a professional nail trimmer is that dust and everything from the nails, you're gonna have quite a bit of that. That's why this cap, she's like, we're not doing my nails right now. So, my top pick, I like it because it is durable, it does last, it has a light, it's rechargeable. There's a lot of different things that you can get from doing it with a nail grinder, but the main thing about it is you gotta get your dog accustomed to the sound. Once you get them used to that, you know, it's easy peasy from there. So, my choice, go with the nail grinder. Now, a tip for when I'm doing nails for my dogs, I use a Dremel so it goes really fast. But if you have one that is as fast as, if you have one that's as fast as a full Dremel, you gotta be careful on it because it can heat up the nail as you are grinding it. So any friction on anything, it'll start to heat a surface. So it can end up being one of those real slow burn heat ups, and then all of a sudden the dog can be in pain of it. So you have to be very careful and have an understanding of what you're doing with any nail grinder before you're gonna get right into it. But ease of use, dog's comfort, Lucy's beautiful nails, we like to grind them. Now, you want any of this stuff for free? Any of this. What we do, go join my Patreon, link right there. If you go and you join our $20 tier, 1, you're supporting rescuing animals. You're supporting Lucy and all of her cancer and everything that we've had going on. But on top of it, you get behind the scenes footage, you get to be a part of the community, and you get free products. Every time we do these reviews, we pick 3 different names, maybe 5 different names, and we just give you guys this stuff for free. It's just one way for me to be able to give back to you guys for being a part of Patreon and for you guys to understand what it means for you to be a part of the community. So check it out. On to the next review. Hope you guys enjoy. Hope you guys use this and have some knowledge from it and don't waste your money like I have in the past. Love y'all. Bye-bye.